Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors tonight. Now, guys, before I get into the Lakers' loss against the Golden State Warriors tonight, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all the good social media stuff, and of course, like always, please make sure to like my page on Facebook, ZSPN, and also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ZSPN. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. So, guys, let's talk about this Lakers loss. Obviously, we know the status of the Los Angeles Lakers, where they're at now. Obviously, with the loss against the Phoenix Suns, last game, obviously the Lakers with that loss were eliminated from the playoffs in contention. And when it comes down to it, obviously, with no championship or playoff aspirations for the Lakers, they are basically just finishing off the games that are remaining on their schedule, which obviously with this loss against the Golden State Warriors, the Lakers have 2 games remaining under their schedule as of this moment by the time I upload this video. And when it comes down to it, guys, the Lakers are basically not playing for anything. And it kind of shows when you don't have LeBron, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony on the floor. So when it comes down to not having our star players on the floor, you can just tell that the Lakers were destined to lose this game anyway. Even though I have to say, when it comes to this loss, the Lakers, our young players tonight, with a couple of veterans, they played like regular, like very fun basketball, in my opinion. I have to say, I was very entertaining to see what these Lakers were, playing when it came to the first and second quarter. I mean, they were very competitive when it comes down to with how they were playing tonight. So when it comes down to it, I was just impressed by some of the players who stepped up in their own right, even though I think most Laker fans, when it comes to seeing this game, some of these players are basically trying to build some stat-wise when it comes to, them being either free agents next summer, this upcoming off season. And, there's some out there like THT who averaged a career high 40 points. Maybe he's building, a trade opportunity for the offseason if the Lakers are considering trading him in the offseason. But, still remains to be seen about his status with the Los Angeles Lakers. But, there's a lot of narrative when it comes to some of the Lakers tonight and how they were playing, like THT, who had 40 points, had 4 steals. And, he just really, guys, when it comes down to it, if he doesn't have LeBron, if he doesn't have Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook getting in his way, he performs like a player that we all expect him to be. But unfortunately, we need LeBron, we need Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook, those star players to win us games. And this THC is not the guy that, we could rely upon to win us games. That's just the reality. And in my last video, guys, maybe a couple of videos ago, I said my opinions about THT. Obviously, this season, I'm not a fan of his because of how he was playing this season. Obviously, last season and the year after that, he was progressing and, learning how to, play in the NBA. And we saw in his second year, once he won a championship with the Lakers, that, he had a lot of promise in him. And when it came to the third year, once he signed that contract of his, obviously there was a lot of expectations that he would be the guy that we could rely upon when it comes to shooting. But unfortunately, we did not see that. Obviously, he dealt with injuries this season, and he made his debut, I believe, somewhere around December. So when it comes down to it, a couple of games, we saw him average 20 points a game, but then he just went downhill. He declined, and it was just wasn't the same, and the expectations went out the window when it comes to THT. But tonight's game, 40 points, not bad. I have to say, not bad. He really went out there and led the way for the Los Angeles Lakers due to shorthanded players, and when it comes down to it, he came to play. So great job out there for Talen, Horton, Tucker, and hopefully, he just continues to build some status, and hopefully, if there's some team out there, or maybe the Lakers will consider keeping him, maybe he will potentially be a trade asset, or maybe potentially just remains with the Lakers, but still remains to be seen about that. So a great night for THT. And then you have Malik Monk. Obviously, he had a great night for his own right. Putting up 24 points out there tonight, showing some shooting efforts out there. And when it comes down to, guys, his future with the Lakers, with the offseason approaching for the Lakers, it still remains to be seen. Obviously, he's going to gain some attraction when it comes to getting a contract in this offseason. He said in the past, I believe a couple of months ago, that he loves LA. He loves being with the Lakers, but maybe things will start to change after the offseason once teams are showing interest in him. But you never know. He may run it back with the Lakers next season, maybe sign a mid-level exception, but still remains to be seen about that. And we just have to wait and see about him being about his status with the Lakers. But it's going to be very busy for the Lakers when it comes to potentially looking at certain players to potentially bring back. Still remains to be seen who they are. But, Malik Monk is one of those players that the Lakers may look at and really would try their best to potentially bring him back. But, it's all up to Malik Monk if he decides to come back to the Los Angeles Lakers. But, we just have to wait and see about his status in free agency and, in the offseason if he does want to come back to the Lakers. But, we just have to wait and see about that. But, he had a great night against the Golden State Warriors. So great job on his end. When you look at the rest of the Lakers, Dwight Howard stepped up to the plate for the missing players that are out, with his veteran presence and his, his veteran presence, I guess. Just, when it comes down to it, he averaged a double-double out there tonight. I believe he had 12 or 16 points with 12 rebounds. He did shoot a three, so obviously with the Lakers not, playing for nothing out there, we're just seeing some veterans and some players just having fun out there. And, when it comes to Dwight Howard being at the 5, a center like his, obviously is just showing some ability to shoot threes, and we've seen it. He shot a three, so it was very interesting to watch. So great job out there for Dwight Howard when it comes to putting up some numbers, some decent numbers, rebounding numbers. So great job out there for Dwight Howard when it comes all said and done. And then when you look at the rest of the Lakers, Austin Reeves did not put up some big numbers, but I have to say he really performed very well when it comes to the first and second quarter. He really showed some skill sets that we all really appreciate when it comes to what he brought to the table for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to this season so far. He's just been sensational. And he, guys, when it comes down to it, he's a guy who could really be a ball handler, who could really, handle the ball and just, be a good playmaker when it comes down to it. And, with him being a part of the Lakers for the long haul, it's going to be very fun to watch him being part with the Los Angeles Lakers for many years to come. And you never know, maybe we can finally see him become the Alex Caruso that we missed. But, it remains to be seen about that. But, skill set wise, he really performed very well. Did not put up great numbers. I believe he put like 6 points out there tonight. But other than that, he really stepped up, when it comes to all said and done. So great job out there for Austin Reeves. Excuse me. But when you look at the rest of the Lakers out there tonight, obviously, with no Carmelo Anthony, we had a couple of players, come up in the rotation and just, didn't really put up some big numbers. Not a lot of, firepower in the second unit. So obviously, when it comes down to that, it is not too surprising that there was not a lot of, threat, coming from the Lakers when it comes to them trying to win a game. And like I said, the Lakers are basically out of the playoffs. They are eliminated from the play-in tournament. So when it comes down to it, the Lakers were just having fun out there, not playing for anything. And, without LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, it was just destined that the Lakers were going to lose this game anyway. So it is not anything too surprising, guys. I mean, I am just done with the season with the Lakers. And, with 2 games remaining, I just hope that, the Lakers can just get it over with and just, move on into the offseason and see what will be some big changes coming. And, guys, make no mistake, I will deliver you all everything that goes down when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. Please stay tuned on this channel by subscribing, hitting that notification bell, telling your colleagues, your friends, your Laker buddies when it comes to, show me the love, support by subscribing, and also liking all of my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at ZSPN, because, guys, once the offseason starts, there's going to be a lot of news going to be coming out. I mean, just, before this video, we all heard about, the Charlotte Hornets showing interest in Russell Westbrook, and then the release of Trevor Ariza because, they wanted to make a roster spot open for, young players to have an opportunity to join the Lakers. And I just know that Rob Pelinka is going to do his homework and fix the wrong that has been made, when it comes to last season. Rob Pelinka, the front office, they have a lot of work to do when it comes to improving this team, trying to build a team that will be a championship type of team around LeBron and Anthony Davis and, potentially Russell Westbrook as it stands now. But, with the rumors and the speculations that, the Lakers want to move him this offseason, it is basically, as it stands now, that the Lakers are going to build around LeBron and Anthony Davis. But, things may change. You never know. If there's not a right trade out there, maybe the Lakers will, decide to keep, Russell Westbrook on board and, see what happens, next season. But, all indications that, shows that he is going to potentially get traded this offseason. But, still remains to be seen about that. And, guys, we just have to wait and see. Like I said, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, follow me all across social media. The links to my social media sites are in the description of this video. So, guys, please stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of news coming out when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. So, please subscribe to the channel and, show me the love, support all across social media. And I'll see you all in the next one. Please also give me your thoughts about this game tonight. Did you guys expect anything from the Lakers when it comes to winning this game? I hope you guys don't think so because, obviously, with no star power and, no expectations for these 2 games remaining, the Lakers are basically just having fun at this moment and trying to survive and just get these games over with so they could go into the offseason and fix the wrongs that were made this season. And hopefully, like I said, I will deliver you all everything that goes down when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers on this channel and all across social media. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.